double fast.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, we're gonna be kicking off our series here on Blackburn LE, just as we concluded in the previous one. In the bottom left-hand corner of the map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our red Protoss player coming down from the land of Denmark. He is going to be representing Storm Gaming, PSG. We have MaxPax.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Blackburn LE, we have the other Polish Protoss player looking to avenge his fallen comrade, representing Genesis Gaming. It is ArT.
I guess he's also representing Zest here with that decal.
True. Representing one of the best Protoss in the world. Meanwhile, no decal here from MaxPax. Feels bad, man.
Yeah, does Storm have a... I guess they don't. Let's see what happened.
They do on NA, maybe not on EU.
Right, yeah. I don't think they ported it over to EU, which... Fair enough, there aren't too many Storm players from EU.
Yeah, not too many. Not too many, but I'm sure they'll get under that at some point. Fingers crossed. Exclamation mark Funada KJ. As we are getting into this series, and I am very curious. Again, like this is when the mind games come in. Like if ArT was watching the last series, then I imagine MaxPax knows that ArT was watching the last series, right? So would he open Stargate? Would he try and do the same thing?
Well, then you have to factor in the fact that ArT would know that MaxPax would know that ArT was watching the series, right?
Oh, you're right.
So then he'd have to think, okay, so it's not gonna be a Stargate. Well, it is gonna be Stargate for ArT.
Yeah.
MaxPax has very good eyes on that.
Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. So ArT is now the one opening up with that Stargate. How the turns have tabled, as this man is going to be going for that Oracle. Meanwhile, MaxPax was still waiting here. I mean, oh my god. ArT is throwing down the shield battery here in the middle of all of this. What?
He knows what's coming.
Oh my god.
Knows exactly what's coming, or does he? So we'll wait to see what ArT eventually gets from that Stargate.
Yes.
Very nice walling system here from MaxPax to prevent the Adept from getting in, but he doesn't want to let these buildings finish, does he?
Oh god, meanwhile, it looks like one of the shield batteries is going to be taken out with the second Stalker showing up here. Can he focus down that Adept so far? No, because the shield batteries are doing a decent job of keeping it alive, and more shield batteries are finishing up.
Yeah, ArT's shield battery, unfortunately unable to really keep up with all that. There's one more left for him.
Yeah, there's one more, and it's going to be taken out before the Void Ray shows up. Feels bad, man. It would have been fun, you know, if like this kind of outpost was set up, and then the Void Ray shows up, and then it's going to be absolute chaos. ArT, he's not backing down though. He's working on a second Void Ray behind this.
May as well set up a bit of a different outpost here, just outside that natural base. At the very least, I guess this has messed up MaxPax's SimCity at least a little bit.
I mean, it definitely has. Void Rays are about to show up, and he has to be careful. Thankfully for ArT, the Stalkers are really spread out. Two of the Stalkers are here at the natural. There's only one in the main. Oh, but there's a shield battery. Ugh.
Yeah, he was trying to battery or prismatic alignment that down, but now he retargets to the shield battery. It will get taken out, but so will this Void Ray, and with that, ArT taps out. MaxPax takes game number 1, and I think this game might have been the second or third shortest we've had so far.
What just happened? Like okay, so we don't watch a lot of European PvP here. We've been to be fair, we've been casting a little bit more of it over the past year, more than we're used to. But I've never seen like shield batteries and Void Rays in that way, in that style, where nothing is proxied. Instead, it's just in the face of the natural amongst everything. It's like it was so crazy.
Here's the thing. This is a European PvP. but I feel like we have the two least European EU players here. As ArT obviously has spent a lot of time in Korea. MaxPax has played a lot in the NA server. In fact, I think he's actually one of the top winners of the ESL Open Cup NA. Plays a lot of open tournaments that are at more NA friendly hours as well. So yeah, probably have the least European EU Protoss players.
Yeah, they do get influences from other regions, but like what the hell did we just watch, mate? Was that even StarCraft?
I loved what I saw. Yeah. I loved what we saw from ArT. It was a work of art, shall we say? Execution left a little bit to be desired, though. Alright then, well, that was game number 1. This is now game number 2 of our best of 5 PvP. The third of many. And we're going to continue it on Hardwire LE. We're in the bottom left-hand corner map, starting all the way in the bottom left-hand corner. We have the red Protoss player coming down from the land of Denmark. He is going to be representing Storm Gaming PSG. Able to give it up for the Maximus Paximus.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Hardwire LE, we have the Polish Protoss player representing Genesis Gaming. It is ArT.
And I like it. This is, I think, the first time we're seeing Hardwire tonight. It's definitely one of the much more standard macro-oriented maps. So we should be seeing something at least a little bit different coming out.
Definitely. That's what we should be seeing. And yeah, like, I mean, that's what you say. ArT, though, I'm keeping an eye on this probe because
look, it's still something different. It may be a proxy,
yeah,
but you know,
are we gonna see more void rays?
Are we gonna bit of spice?
I mean, mate, the cyber core is on the way. We do have 2 gateways at home though, so we could see a 3rd gateway for 3-gate pressure, or we could be seeing ArT wait for that cyber core to finish up and maybe throw down a Stargate.
I think you're right. It's most likely going to be either a proxy oracle or proxy 3 or 4 gate.
Sure.
I'm holding out hope for a robo facility, though.
Yeah, he has to be careful. The probe is out here scouring the map right now for that proxy. And it looks like it may end up seeing this. Yeah. Oh, no. It's a proxy robo.
And he does get the robo, too.
Yeah.
Damn you, fate!
I was about to say, because we have this Stalker production, like, it's typically we have a Zealot come out across the map if it's proxy Stargate. But MaxPax, he sees and he will deny.
At the very least, ArT should be able to get cancel and try to transition out from here. It's rough because he's going to be behind on tech, on expansions, on just about everything, but it is a little bit of a consolation, I suppose.
Oh no, the probe, no! No, the probe goes down!
Tries to throw down a couple of backup pylons, and at least one of them should finish, I think.
Yeah. It looks like
Stalkers are out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this robo, it's going to be delayed, but in come a couple of reinforcements here. Oh no! Oh no, the Stalkers of ArT!
Oh. I think that's just about going to be the end of it. So I need Warp Prism first as well.
Yeah, he doesn't have to chase. That's the thing. Oh god, there's still only 1 Stalker here, but we have 2 more. Sorry, we have 1 more Stalker coming to reinforce, but 1 Stalker is not going to be enough, mate. Not at all.
Not at all, especially when it's the lone Stalker left. I don't think, even with the best Warp Prism micro in the world, it's going to be enough. GG is called. MaxPax is on match point in less than 5 minutes, or about 5 minutes, accounting for all the downtime.
We've been
live lobbies and loading.
Mate, we've been live for less than 2 hours. It's been less than 2 hours, and we're about to finish up our 4th best of 5. That's crazy,
mate.
We came into we're like, all right, Eddie, we got you 5 best of 5s. All right, you know, Wardy, he can sleep. He can sleep in for his birthday. You know, we got his back. He can celebrate that happily with everyone. We'll take all the PvPs. You know, we'll get ready for like a 4-hour broadcast. You know, it's here. It's 6 a.m. It's about to be 7 a.m. We'll get all the coffee.
we were getting ready some reserve casters just in case,
Yeah.
just in case it gets too late and, one of us, me, I mean, gets a little too tired getting in. We were like, all right, you were even telling me, it's like, look, it's going to be 4 to 5 hours. You had a long day. If you need to tap out, we have someone waiting, but no, we can keep going, man. Let's keep going all the way. Be one of our shorter broadcasts, I think.
Jesus.
Despite
Christ.
every series we cast being a best of 5.
Mein Gott. Well, we'll see if we can go on a little bit longer here. We've had 2 very quick games so far. ArT's just trying that aggression, trying with a Void Ray opening with shield batteries. Game 2, Proxy Robo, they got scouted and shut down. Game 3, what are we missing? Cannon Rush? Forge first? What do we want to see? Gold?
Yeah.
What do you want?
That's what I want to see.
Which gold though?
Both. And then I want to see the player who takes both gold bases go for Quick Tempest as well. Or the other way around, the player who takes the gold early, get Tempest down. I want complete nonsense on Pride of Altaris.
Let's go!
As we continue our series now on Pride of Altaris, as we were saying, in the bottom right-hand corner, map spawning all the way in the bottom right-hand corner, we have a red Protoss player already on match point. He looks so convincing in this entire series, in his previous series as well. There's a reason why he was the favorite, but we didn't think we would get to match point this quickly. He's going to be representing Storm Gaming, PSG. He is MaxPax.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Pride of Altaris LE, we have the Polish Protoss player. He is pink, representing Genesis Gaming, currently down 0-2 in this best of 5, but looking to make this a series. Come on, let's go! Give it up for ArT.
Come on, do it for Zest, mate.
Do it
for the player you represent here with your decal.
Do it for old mate Zest. Fingers crossed we'll see. So far, the openers are looking pretty standard so far. Probes just checking each other, confirming everything that's going on. Unfortunately, I do think this means that it's looking less and less likely, especially with the building placement, that the golds are going to be taken.
Well, not yet. Well, I say that, but the last 2 games in the series have lasted less than 5 minutes long, so yeah.
Like, if you're not getting the gold in the first 5 minutes, you're not getting the gold, mate. It's not happening.
Not in this particular matchup. I want to call myself an optimist, but I think I'm just huffing too much copium here.
Yeah, mate. Oh, the copium. As so far, both zealots are being cranked out to make sure nothing is denied. They can get their nexuses up and running. And what we can say for certainty is that here on Pride of Altaris, which, to be fair, is one of the larger maps, see, things are looking pretty standard. And MaxPax, he's going for his old reliable Stargate opener.
For the first time. To be fair, he may have wanted to go for it in game number 2, but didn't need to.
Yeah. We also what happened in game 2, mate. Oh boy,
it's pretty rough.
Yeah. ArT did scout the Stargate, by the way, with his probe, and he opted not to respond with his own Stargate, but to instead go for the Twilight Council.
Yeah, Blink Stalkers, I think, are going to be probably the best form of anti-air for a long time. As I was kind of expecting ArT to be a little bit more conservative now that we are on a very long map like Pride of Altaris, and just the fact that MaxPax is on match point, but we still have that forward pylon. That probe is still waiting in position to throw down another gateway.
Yep. So we are going to be seeing some 3-gate Blink Stalker aggression coming out from ArT. And this can do a lot, especially if, oh my god, the Oracle gets intercepted in the middle of the map. Up!
Oh,
up.
Okay.
Oh, can he get it? Can he get
One
it?
more hit. He does get
Mate.
it. Shut the hell down.
Mate, and that does so much because that Oracle got killed before it got into any of the bases. So MaxPax sees nothing, he knows nothing, and that Stalker count, it's getting higher and higher, mate.
But because he knows nothing, throws out shield battery right by his natural base, and this is one of the most defendable natural bases in the current map pool. I mean, just look at that ramp.
Oh yeah, that ramp is looking pretty good. I'm a little bit concerned that maybe ArT is showing his hand a little bit too soon. Like he was posturing pretty aggressively here and showing a decent amount of stalkers. Not all of them have been seen, but a decent amount of them. Meanwhile, MaxPax, bold move, he goes across the map with his Oracle despite knowing the army waiting outside his natural.
Yeah, some of the Protoss players might want to throw down a couple of stasis wards, but MaxPax knows that knowledge is power. Now he confirms that there is no natural base out for ArT. He knows just how all in he's being.
Yep. Void Rave's on the way, but it's not done yet. We only have a single shield battery and a single pylon powering all of this. It's going in.
Two volleys of stalkers. I think that's all it takes to take out that pylon, but he just cannot get on top of it, especially not with battery overcharged. The Warp Prism, did I say Warp Prism? Void Ray is now out. And that's enough of a deterrent for ArT to reconsider.
Mate, every single mineral mining probe, Jesus Christ. It all gets stasis. ArT doesn't get a way in, and there was an opportunity there where maybe he would have been able to focus down that Void Ray, but he only gets a single volley off. You were talking about it. This natural base is so defensive, and ArT just couldn't break into the natural.
But what about the main? I like this from MaxPax, still being very, very careful. He knew, once again, how all-in ArT was being, but the shield battery will get taken out.
Yeah, this time no overcharge in the main base. You got to be so careful with that Void Ray. Boys are being pulled. Now he blinks down to the natural, and he gets to take out the shield batteries here as well.
But there is a backup for everything, a backup pylon, a backup shield battery. Both shield batteries will go down, but has MaxPax bought enough time to warp in enough stalkers and enough Void Rays? Looking close.
The second Void Ray does come out in time for MaxPax. As you were saying, there's no shield battery to support this, but we have another shield battery on the way. And ArT, he gets pushed out once again.
Wow, MaxPax just doesn't need to overextend here.
Yeah, he has to be so careful.
That's it.
Oh god, oh, the Void Rays!
They are prismatic alignmenting, or rather they've activated prismatic alignment. So slow and so difficult to maneuver, but thankfully he recognizes that. Pulls away, and both of them are still alive. A third one on the way. Shield batteries to back them up this time. And you can always use an overcharge if you need be. I think the cooldown did
exactly
not expire, the other word.
It did reset. We do have a recall here to save that Oracle, so the Oracle can throw down a stasis to avoid an aggressive blink forward. I love that. Of course, he needs a little bit more energy before that can happen. Meanwhile, Cybercore was taken out, so no more Stalkers are going to be able to be produced from MaxPax.
That's actually a very big snipe here for ArT. What are Zealots going to do from this position?
I love this. Mate,
nothing at all.
If he blinks into the main base, and if he denies the Cybercore again, that's going to be huge.
Yo. In this deny to Cybercore, he can nice Stalker blink here from MaxPax. Void Rays are still
the Voids!
unit right now from MaxPax. One of them will go down, however, that's a lot of spinning.
Jesus.
Jeez, you see that?
Yeah. One of the Void Rays does get picked off, but only one of them. There are still two that are standing strong, but again, you have to be so careful not to overextend here, and the Cybercore survived.
It did in the main base, but none of the gateways, though. Funnily enough. Okay, two gateways in the main.
Yeah, exactly. The gateway at the natural was taken out. We do see the aggressive blink forward. There was no stasis here. Overcharge gets popped, but the Void Rays already fall.
They have. Has this bought MaxPax enough time, though? It has! And he takes that series 3-0. An absolutely dominant display so far. 3-0s left and right. We're still not even in the 2-hour mark.
Jesus Christ. GG, wow. Well played. MaxPax once again with that 3-0, as you were saying. No Protoss can stand in his way. No European Protoss, at least. Takes the clean sweep, the clean 3-0.
And if I wasn't worried for Trigger before,
Uh-huh.
I definitely am now. It really just seems like no Protoss player can stand in his way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. To be fair, ArT was the aggressor here in every single game. He made the choice to go all in time and time again. He's like, I can't go into the mid game against this guy. MaxPax is just too good. I gotta end it early. And here in game 3, he came pretty close. I loved the way that he was maneuvering between the bases. I loved how he was targeting down, shield batteries and tech and production.
He was making the absolute most out of his blink there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much the one thing he was ahead in was that upgrade, and
yeah,
I think he squeezed out about as much utility as he could from that. But in the end, MaxPax was kind of born and molded by Blink Stalker plays like this, or not necessarily Blink Stalker plays, but aggressive NA-ish plays like this. So yeah, you really cannot out aggression MaxPax here, I suppose.
Yeah. Like, I thought there were a couple of times there where I felt like MaxPax was maybe overextending with his Void Rays, and I do think he was, but like the way that he was able to rebuild that Cyber Core, get a decent Stalker can out towards the end as well. Sure, he didn't have Blink, but, every single time he was on top of rebuilding those shield batteries, on top of just producing and as much as he could whenever he could, and yeah, just very solid defense.
See the future, man.
And
but
another...
That's just... Yeah. It's like he can see into the future, but that's just because he is so good at reading his opponents, especially his Protoss opponents. I want to say he's basically achieved Protoss Enlightenment, or Protoss Zen, in a way. He knows the ins and outs of everything there is to Protoss.
Yeah. And... like something that he's really good at, and there are a couple of key Protoss players that do this. I know Nina does this a lot as well, is the use of the Oracle in high intensity situations. Like, despite the fact that he had all of these Stalkers in his face, as quickly as they were, like, he still found time to send that Oracle across the map and deal damage, scout, not just scout, but also get stasis wards and hinder the economy of ArT and slow him down. Like, imagine an ArT who didn't have literally every single mineral mining probe stasis, like, that's impactful. That's huge.
How many more warp-ins of Stalkers could he have gotten? How many more, how many more volleys would that have been, and how many fewer volleys would he have needed, right, to take out a shield battery or the Void Rays or whatnot? It's anything and everything. But that was that series. That was MaxPax versus ArT. We are getting into MaxPax versus Trigger now. Just trying to contact you. Again, the PvPs have gone down so quickly. I'm pretty sure Trigger's match was scheduled to be like hours from now. I would not be surprised, and I would not blame him if he wasn't online.
Yeah, I was about to say that Eddie did message me saying that we are well ahead of schedule, and because of that, Trigger at the moment is unavailable. There's not going to be a walkover because he was told to be here at a certain time.
Yep.
And that
wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. Like, no one expected the games to go as quickly as they've been going. So, because of that, Trigger unfortunately isn't here yet. But we are willing to wait for him to show up, and I'm sure he will.